Welcome back to Throw Lab. This is your host, Michael Hart. Today we have a mail day unboxing. We're going to get to it pretty quickly. It's one of my favorite yo-yos of all time. It is a repurchase of a yo-yo that I already own in a different colorway. It was the second metal yo-yo that I bought back when I was first learning, all the way back in 2013. Those of you who are familiar with that year as far as yo-yoing is concerned might already know, based on what the title of this video is, or what this yo-yo is going to be. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing and to show everyone which yo-yo I grabbed this week. Here's the bag, completely unopened. Haven't even gotten into it. It arrived yesterday. It's the worst thing in the world when I know I want to do a video and I prolong opening the bag just so I can show it to all of you. I guess I don't need the knife. It's an easy tear away. Pull out the packing slip. And also with this purchase of this yo-yo, I did pick up a gold-plated NSK Japanese high-performance bearing. I've heard a lot of really great things about them. I've heard that they can take an average yo-yo and make it 10 times better in terms of speed, spin time, and overall smooth sound of the bearing spinning. And here's the reveal. We picked up a shutter. Just a regular run-of-the-mill red shutter. These came out in 2013. They were hyped up during the 2013 Nationals, of which Gentry took the W, and then moved forward from that to win the 2014 World Yo-Yo competition. So what I wanted to do specifically with this unboxing video is I'm gonna string up the yo-yo and I'm gonna spin it, and I want to show you the sound of and the spin time of the standard center track size C bearing that are currently in the just factory made shutters, and then I'm gonna swap it out with the NSK to show you the significant difference that the NSK bearing provides. And it's going to be straight out of the bag. I'm not going to lube it or anything from the get-go. I just want to show you what the immediate look and sound of the high-performance bearing, what it does for the yo-yo. I actually have my original shutter here with me today. I had just the matte gold finish. It has since been dinged and smashed and had the outer hubs completely sanded down because it was just so aggressive, and if it had hit you in the hand, it would dig your hand up because it had been thrown into the pavement so many times. Okay, so now we've got the new yo-yo, factory made bearing and everything, and I'm just going to drop this one down and give it a good toss, and see, does the factory bearing, is it louder? Does it spin longer? My immediate prediction is it might spin longer, but I think there's going to be vibe. So yeah, like I thought, there is very minor vibe. Now, from what I've been looking in from Kieran Cooper and Evan Nagao, they actually like a little bit of vibe in their yo-yos. It helps them understand how fast it's going when they're playing with it on the string. This is I can already feel it just in the string tension that it is a much smoother spin off the get-go. It is a brand new bearing for that matter. It's definitely holding its speed a lot longer than the older bearing, and we were starting to see it turn a little bit. I'm not keeping a clock on this because yo-yos don't spin forever, at least not non-bimetals. Gentry did recently come out about a year ago with the shutter wide angle better for a few other style of tricks that he likes, especially horizontal play. But I've always been really impressed with the budget style of the original shutter. I think it's a great yo-yo. I think anyone starting, from anyone starting to more advanced players, I think it's a great throw to have in your arsenal. But okay, let's now that we've seen what that looks like, let's get this open and throw in the NSK bearing and just compare it and see what we think. I'm not a competition player. I collect and play for the fun of it. I do like these green silicone response pads in here. That's a nice feature. I'm gonna need to get my bearing key. That way I can get this bearing out and then be able to seat it a little better. So it came out pretty easily. Let's get into the NSK gold-plated Japanese bearing here. Now, what I want to know is, do any of you at home buy the NSKs? I know that the Evan Nagao Edge Beyond yo-yos come standard with NSK bearings in it, which probably adds to the value of the $150 market price. Just from a general spin with my finger, it's definitely moving pretty quickly. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that, and I don't know this for sure, and I would love for Gentry Stein, calling you out, to comment below and tell me, when you play with your shutters, when you play with your wide angles, or even the new that's been kind of hinted, the bimetal shutter, do you switch out the bearing and put an NSK in there? Or do you stick with the center track bearing? What is your preferred bearing choice? I'm sure you've said it somewhere out there, but I've never heard anything in regards to what your specific bearing choice is. At least not that I've dove into it too deeply. I really wanted to see if the NSK was going to make a significant difference with the shutter, because in my opinion the shutter is probably the best budget metal yo-yo that you can hit almost any trick with. So let's check this one out. Let's see how it spins. Okay. Out of the gate, it is definitely quieter. It feels smoother. Little to no vibe. I expected a little bit, just because there's no lube in the bearing, but I'm very pleased with the sound of it. It does have a more consistent spin sound and time to it that seems to have. I'm no expert at this. I'm just an enthusiast. So if you know anything about the NSK bearing that is significantly better, or just stats about it that would put it above and beyond the standard C bearing, I would love to know what that information is. Obviously, I can Google it, but I really want to generate conversation in the comments on these videos. The whole point of this channel is to create a community of interested enthusiasts, just to talk. I'm not very opinionated about too many things, and I just would love to hear more from my viewers. I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't already, please like the video. Subscribe for more videos that are coming. Wow, so this NSK is already outspinning the worn-in bearing. It's already outspinning the factory C-size bearing. And the NSKs cost $19, I think, $19.99 on yoyoexpert.com. So if you think about it, the shutter was $44, the bearing was about $20. So I think with the added bearing plus this yo-yo, you're moving this yo-yo up from the budget realm into a more competitive, advanced yo-yo, because the yo-yo itself is designed pretty perfectly, and the only thing lacking would be spin time based off of the standard C-size bearing. Okay, now we're getting some spin to it. It seems to be finally giving in, but going on pretty strong. I certainly believe that this is very much still very bindable. Thoroughly impressed by an NSK bearing. I've been using pixel bearings a lot in my yo-yos. That's the bearing that Caribou Lodge uses, and as well as A Return Tops. They enjoy using the pixel bearing, which is a great bearing, but I don't think I've ever seen a bearing spin this long. Like, I just nicked it a little bit, but that, like, I challenge any one of you to go out and just buy an NSK while they're in stock. Put it in your favorite yo-yo, and I guarantee it, at least based on what I'm seeing here, it's going to improve the spin time and the overall play of that yo-yo, and I think you'll be amazed. At this point, I'm probably going to go buy a whole handful of these and throw them in yo-yos that I use all the time. I mean, it's dying, but it's still spinning. The momentum that this yo-yo creates with this NSK bearing is incredible. Still going. I'm not going to put it down until it stops. Almost there. And it's dead. Wow. I appreciate you guys checking out the video today. Thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions for me, please drop them in the comments below. If you have any interest in future videos, I'm always considering your ideas as to what I should be reviewing next or what I should be doing next. I do unboxing videos here and there. I'll put up a trick video that I've created. Tutorials, anything of that nature. But I really would just love to continue the conversation with you guys in the comments. Again, Gentry Stein, if you're out there, I know you're on that icon hustle. I want to hear from you specifically, man. I want to know, like, what is your preferred bearing? Is it the NSK? Is there another bearing that you choose to swap out with your yo-yos? I did watch your recent video that said that for your World's shutter yo-yo, you actually buffed out the inner hub so that it would reflect more in the lights for the cameras, which I thought was pretty neat and unique for for the purpose of that. So thanks for liking and commenting, everybody. Check you out next time. Thanks for watching Throw Lab. This has been Michael Hart.